Yeah, I'll just take it from the top again. So having discussed, the challenges or some of the challenges that we know women faced from what you've shared with us, right? I would like us to talk about leadership and growth, right? And this is coming from someone whose first leader or whose first mentor was her father, right? I look up to my father a lot, and I think this is something that I would also like expect from a partner. If you cannot at least match up with my father's energy, then I don't think that there's someone I want to be with. So my father was someone, or is someone, I mean, he's still alive, sorry. So he's someone who does not segregate, this is a female child or this is a male child. He was my biggest supporter. Sometimes I don't even want to show up. But my father tells me, oh, you're my daughter. Oh. So you must still show up, because there's this Yoruba proverb that says, a child that a lion gives birth to is what will look like the lion, exactly. So my father always reminded me of the kind of person I was. And coming into the real world, becoming an adult, it was easier for me to have an identity for myself, right? And it was also easier for me to look at the kind of people I would like to emulate, right? So I was able to spot, mentors that, okay, I would like to be like this person, or talk the way this person talks, or think like this person, right? But then I know that it's not something everyone have access to. It's not something that would have been everyone's story, right? And I would say another part of my leadership or growth would have been the opportunities I was able to take on. Because some opportunities I would allow to pass by, I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not fit enough for it, right? Right? Until you try something, you don't even know that you are fit for it. You don't know if you are born to be that kind of person, right? And I would say that has shaped my journey. But for you, what does leadership mean to you, and how has your leadership style evolved over time?
Of I was a born leader. Started off being a prefect in high school. So
Yeah.
that was one. And after that, I never thought I was going to be a leader,
Mm.
because in each company that I went to, I was led. And even as a driver, I was one of the lower grades. So there was no one under me.
Yeah.
Um, so as a result, you don't have that confidence again to say, you don't think you can actually lead people at a bigger capacity. But getting into the Salesforce space, I discovered myself. I
Mm.
found myself.
Yeah.
And you mentioned transferable skills. Yeah. So there are those small skills that I would have in my role as a driver, as a cleaner, just being prompt, talking to people.
Yeah.
You need to be a good communicator wherever you go. Even as a mother, those management skills as a mother, you can
Yeah.
actually use them in Salesforce, right? But as I was learning, I got mentors in the ecosystem,
Mm.
people to look up to. People would actually approach me and say, Jennifer, I see potential in you.
Mm.
How best can I help? And I
Yeah.
said to myself, oh, there are people like this who actually exist. So this ecosystem
It
has
was a
people like this.
discovery.
Yes, it was a discovery, because there are times when people are busy.
Yeah.
People are busy with their lives. So
Yeah.
actually getting somebody who will take time out of their busy schedules to attend to you, just to listen to you, just to guide you, it's gold. And
I agree.
I embraced that. I allowed people to mentor me. I did not have only one mentor. I had many mentors. So maybe one would mentor me in a certain area, the other in a certain area. And then I'll now build around all that and
Yeah.
make use of it. Again, I did not have the confidence to speak. I didn't know how to articulate myself, and that's when I discovered clubs like Toastmasters International, just so that I can build my communication skills. And I remember I didn't even know that I was going to be a leader, but I took the visionary communicator and leadership path.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so it's like I felt that I might be a leader eventually. 2 months in my journey, I found people coming to me asking for guidance. And then I became a mentor by default. It wasn't planned.
Yeah.
I did not apply to be a mentor. I did not ask to be a mentor, but it just happened naturally because people would come to me, Jennifer, I need help in this. How did you get into the ecosystem? And, all those questions. And each time I found myself agreeing to help or to answer people on time.
Yeah.
Why this happened, it came out naturally again because I did not want people in my community, people in my continent to face the challenges that I
That
had
you feel. Exactly.
yes, that I faced. I was lucky I got people who reached out to me to mentor me. But there are some people who do not know how to, get a mentor and everything. So I then found myself mentoring people. And 3 months into Salesforce, I applied to be a community group leader because I was just writing about my Salesforce journey, people coming to me to ask, what is Salesforce? And then I found the communities, my local community growing, right? And not only was I communicating with or mentoring people in my local community, because there are other African countries who would come, people in other African countries to say, I need to start my journey. Can you help? So I started opening my hands, spreading my wings. And I got my community group. I continued discovering myself, even after getting my first role. Some people, once they learned their first role, they just want to give up on other things. But for me, I felt it was more of a calling to just keep helping people. So I did not stop even after getting the role. I continued, I think, to a larger scale now, trying to balance now between work, family, mentorship. And I then became a leader by default. It wasn't planned at all, at all, at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. Because I heard something recently from a training that I attended, and they said that you are not a leader because of how people see you, but rather you're a leader because of how people see themselves because of you. Exactly. And I think that I can also speak to it. I mean, you're my mentor's mentor. So I know how I see myself when I think about Jennifer. Oh, this is what I want to be. I would like to be a visionary leader like her as well. And I like the perspective that you've come in. I think my next question would also be that, we also know that leadership is just not about skills. It's not about, are you able to help people? Because sometimes people truly want to help other people. They just do not have that resource or, like you said, the time as well, right? It's about the mindset, it's about the resilience. What do you think are like the most important leadership skills that have helped you grow that you think other people should maybe inculcate in their day to day? Yeah.
Okay, so the art of communicating well, just being organized as a leader, because you need to plan. Okay, I'm not yet a good planner. I'm not yet there, but one needs to be organized as a leader because the people that you are leading are going to learn from you. You talked about role models.
Yeah.
Some people actually see a role model in me, but at the same time, do not be fake about your leadership
Yeah.
because you will fail. Just be natural, keep being you, be a good communicator, make sure that there are people who reach out even when life is happening. Talk to them in a polite manner. I'm sorry, I can't do this at this time because of this. Is it possible if we schedule for this date? Because we find that some leaders can shut other people out
Yeah, true.
Not because they want to, but because the pressures of life are making them to do so. So just be a good communicator, have vision, a clear vision that even the people that you're leading know. It's a bit difficult because sometimes I talked about the role model aspect. You now have to make sure that in everything, I'm not talking about decency per se, but you need to maintain that dignity as a leader. You come across so many people with different challenges, different backgrounds, different cultures who will come to you and speak to you in a very rude manner. But knowing how to handle such is very important. Patience, again, as a leader, is very important. Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I feel like it's also at the high moment, or when you're at the high moment, or the moment you think, oh, they feel sorry, that's when these people that would want to trigger you will come. So if you're not even
Yes.
disciplined as a leader, then there's no point. You lose it, right? And I also know that you are like the founder of African ALX Women in Tech, or I'm not sure if I get the name correctly. So I would like to ask, right, just to chip in, do you have women that you mentor on the side? Would you be willing to take on, new mentors, oh, sorry, mentees, new women to be your mentees as well? So say someone, reaches out again and say, oh, okay, I got so much from Jennifer. I would like to also take it a step further. Do you think it is okay for them to reach out to you on LinkedIn, or do you have any maybe an idea for them on how to go about, getting mentorship or thereabout? Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I've been a mentor. I'm still a mentor. Although sometimes it can become overwhelming. So what I now do is I'm mentoring people to be mentors.
Mm.
Because sometimes the pressure becomes too much.
Yeah.
Everyone just wants mentorship from you. And definitely you can't give them all your time. So I'm a mentor on the platform Trailblazer Mentorship platform. And also for ALX, I'm actually a mentor where I'm
Mm.
mentoring 5 students from post graduate, I think that's what you call
Mm.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, the African Women in Salesforce community was the vision behind it was to actually help guide, women. So what I just do on a broad view is if there's anything that I come across that's of interest, I just share on the group or if somebody asks me a question in one of my mentorship sessions, I just make sure that I answer it or I just throw it to the group so that it also helps other people who might have not reached out for mentorship.
Yeah.
So yeah, at this current stage where I am, I'm actually mentoring people to be mentors. And if anybody needs my mentorship, or if anybody wants to be a mentor, they can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I can make time for them to say, okay, what do you need from me? Any help that you need? And I'm always open to give that as much as I can. And if I can't, I just tell them, I share my WhatsApp number to say, please feel free to WhatsApp me. I'll always respond. I might not respond on time, but I always try to respond.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you still respond either way. So, I mean, there could have been a lot going on, and we understand. So, thank you for sharing that. I think one last question from us would be around women in tech versus inclusion, right? We've seen so many conversations around diversity, equity, and inclusion in tech. Then, from your perspective, right, have you seen real progress in the industry? Do you think more women are being given more opportunities, or what are your observations generally?
We are not yet there. We are getting there
Yeah.
because my observation is that some people preach what they are not. Some
Mm,
organizations preach what they are not.
I
So
agree.
they put the DEI in their company visions, blah, blah, blah. Or even when they post a vacancy, they'll tell you females are encouraged to apply. but most of the times they don't even consider the females. So I just wish we could get to that stage where people will actually practice what they preach.
I agree.
Um, yeah, so I'll be very blunt on that one to say we are not yet there. We are still far from getting there. And what we also need is allies, men, to stand up for us and to also fight for us in such situations.
Yeah.
So if there are men on the panel or on the board that is hiring, we need them to speak out for us as well, because technology is growing.
Mm-hmm.
My mind, if you put my mind in a man's mind, they're very much equal.
Yes, they are
And
equal,
maybe I can
if
actually,
not even
yeah,
a little bit bigger.
maybe I can actually do better,
Yes,
than the
exactly.
men.
Yes.
But we've got those stereotypes, mindsets will say, no, this being a developer is not for a woman. There's too much coding, but there are people who are brainy. Personally, I'm not a developer, but I know that the things that I'm good at, which men are not good at. Do you know that a woman is good at multitasking? A man is not.
Yes, a man can, exactly. I mean, you already built that way as a multitasker. So why are
Yes.
you not taking a chance on me?
Yes. So we are not yet there, to be honest. I can't applaud anyone on that one. We just we just need to be one voice and have men allies who are going to stand up for us and fight for us on that one.
Yeah, I agree with men actually stepping in for us because based on my own personal experience, there's this resistance from men because just the same way everybody thinks, oh, AI has come, AI will take my job. Men too are
Mm.
afraid that they won't have a space if they speak up
Yes.
for women. But it doesn't work that way. I feel like teamwork makes the dream work, right? A
Yes.
woman can understand better in, let's say, places that you're lacking, right? And it just makes
Yes.
everything better. So why are you not taking a chance on me? Because I'm pregnant, you're saying, oh, you don't want me to be at work because I would have attitude. But it's not me, it's not my fault, right? That I'm pregnant.
No.
I just want to work and I'm going to do the work well. It's not like I'm going to not do my work and they still demand to be paid. But yeah, thank you for sharing that, right? I can see obviously that there's a lot of work to be done, and whoever is listening to this, please do better. Please give us more opportunities as well. Uh, what do you think still needs to change to create more opportunities for men? I know we've spoken about men standing up for us. Do you think that there should be laws in place to hold people accountable? Like for example, those businesses that you say they put this DI on their page. Oh, we are for women, we are for women, but they are not, right? Do you think maybe there should be laws that could bind this and say, oh, if you say you are pro women, then you should actually act as pro women, not still discard women? What do you think? What's your take on that?
Yeah, so maybe some sort of exposure, if you come across that, should work, because for example, if you are in a company, you get pregnant and you're not treated as such, or they feel we need to hire somebody else because you are less productive. It's not my fault. So
Yeah,
as a result, what should happen? Exposing is the best at that point. And again, us ladies, we've got our own problems. Maybe if I'm on my monthly cycle, I become moody or I can't work,
yeah,
I've got period pains and everything. You have to understand that I'm sick. And again, I'm a mother. If my child, just yesterday, my son broke his leg.
yeah.
My bosses were like, can you hurry? Stop what you are doing. Be the mother that you are. That was my boss.
Wow.
To say, so as a woman, you are a mother, a lot happens within the workspace. And my husband cannot do what I can do for my son. He can't.
Mm,
Yes, he's there, but sometimes the child will be wanting the mother. And
yeah,
then there's a fellow employee, a fellow colleague who will not understand that and will say, this you're always missing work. It's either your child is sick or you are sick or this or that. I think exposing is the best.
I agree.
Such people should be exposed.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Okay. And then other things that should change also is our mindset as women. We should be confident when you're faced with such. Speak out, stand your ground. Because the minute you are not able to stand your ground, then you are a playing ground. Because they know you
won't say
act.
anything.
You won't say anything. You just say yes, jump
So they'll
how
keep
high,
playing you.
Yes, jump how high. Okay, that will be you. So if you stand your ground to say no, you know what, I'm sick, I'm not coming to work. They will not do anything to you because it's your right. When you're signing even the contract, it's your right. So we have to stand our grounds. We have to be a voice and also be a voice for other women. If you are in the workplace, you are able to stand your ground. You're not a playing ground, but you see a fellow woman being victimized, or in the ecosystem, a fellow woman being victimized, then you have to stand for that fellow woman as well.
Yeah.
Because a problem that we have as women, we don't fight for each other.
We look the other way.
Yes,
because it's not your problem.
Yes, we just feel like we're competitors in whatever journey. But competition syndrome should just drop, especially in this ecosystem in Salesforce. I always tell people that once you get in this ecosystem, stop being competitive. Stop being competitive because there's a job role that comes out. I shouldn't be afraid to tell you about it, Fola. Even if I'm going,
let the best man win. Do you understand?
Yes. I'll apply, you apply. I shouldn't be afraid that if I tell her she's definitely going to take the job. So no, I'll keep quiet.
Hey.
That's not how it's supposed to work. Same with studying. You are afraid of studying with a fellow colleague because she's going to pass the exam more than you. That mindset should just stop, especially amongst us as women. We have that separation. Do you know how men act? If men fight right now, if you see them an hour later, they're already talking, they're already in a
they've
conversation.
forgotten about the
It's done.
fight.
They've forgotten about it. But women, we're going to keep that grudge. And then
if I see your sister, I will fight her. If I see your mom, I will fight her.
Yes. So it shouldn't work like that because even men, you find out that when they are in the bar or something, they don't even know each other. They're now talking, they're now laughing, they're watching football. It's like they came from one house, but they don't know each other. Women were just going to get into a room, look at each other, shut up, wait for what's happening. After it's done, we go out.
How dare she wear that kind of gown? Does she think that
Yes.
she's beat?
Yes. So that mindset should be moved out of as tech women, we are supposed to be together. We're supposed to be united. We're supposed to learn together. We are supposed to fight each other's battles. We are supposed to soldier on together. When one is feeling down, cheer them up. When one is celebrate
the person. Yeah, very important.
Because tomorrow they are going to be celebrating you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I think I can also personally attest to that. There are like two people whom we graduated together in my cohort, and it's purely inspiration from them. If you know, what's her name, Juliet, Ali Azan, if you know Gloria, they always put themselves out there. Every time I see their post, it motivates me to do better because why am I just on my own and see women doing good things? Do you get? That's how it should be, right? And when I post also, they're always in my comment section, cheering you on. These are women that just want you to also like do better. There's no competition anywhere. But then for us women, we like to hold on to the secrets, that secret sauce that you've gotten. You hold on to it and say it's only you that must pass. And then at the end of the day, you don't pass. You don't pass, your friends don't get the opportunity, and there's no point, right? But yeah, I agree with if we want to stay relevant, we need to support each other. If they say, oh, do you know somebody, you should think first about a woman before just giving the opportunity to a man just because you don't like that woman, right? But yeah, thank you for that. So I think I'll just one more question. I know I've said one more question, but like this is still under my one big umbrella question. So yes, for women who are now trying to break into tech, or step into leadership roles? Because I think that genuinely for some people, they're just scared, right? I have this friend that thinks that she's not good enough to lead people. She has that mindset, right? That she thinks that, oh, all she needs to do is to submit, whether at work, whether in a relationship or anything. She just thinks she has to be beneath, right? But she wants to get more. She wants more, but she cannot go for it, right? I don't know why, but I think it's a mindset thing. So for people who are like that, or people who genuinely just want to pivot into tech and step into leadership role, what is one piece of advice you would give them? Something that should, motivate them to get what they need.
Okay. Number one, get a mentor. Number two, network.
Very, very important, networking. I think I'm guilty of that. I'm too shy.
And
I
number
like to say I'm
three,
shy. Yeah.
and number three, also work on your soft skills.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So say you're an angry bird. I mean, you don't want to be an angry bird every time. Let people be approachable. Let people know how to like approach you, or be soft spoken sometimes. Be able to understand the mood, what to say, when not to say it, and all of that. But yeah, I agree with you on that. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for that. A lot of our listeners are either just starting their Salesforce careers, they have their admin exams, say next month, and then some are looking to just grow generally. So, do you have any advice for our ALX learners or ALX community, anything whatsoever that you want to leave with them? Or do you have books that could help, podcasts that could help, communities you would like to recommend for them to go and learn something just for their career growth? Yeah. What do you think they should focus on?
First of all, you made the right decision by getting into this path. And what matters now is, amidst all the trials and tribulations you're going to face, you don't give up. It's okay to fall, but it's always wiser to rise. Yeah. And make use of the community. If there are any community events that are there, make sure that you attend, because it's good for your networking and it's also good for your growth. There's a lot that you learn from the Trailblazer community groups. Make use of YouTube. So there's what is called Salesforce for Everyone podcasts, where the Talent Staker team will be reaching out to trailblazers who have landed their roles in Salesforce, just for a motivator. When you feel low, when you feel like giving up, look for something that will motivate you to continue. Okay. Then there's a lot of resources out there that you can make use of, the likes of the Salesforce Ben, Focus on Force. There's again, as I said earlier, mentorship. There are so many platforms that you can use to study and to grow. So in whatever you do, you also need, again, an accountability partner, somebody who will be helping you. Sometimes when you are alone in the journey, or you feel alone, you don't know how to continue at times. You don't have the strength. So an accountability partner will help you gather that strength that you need.
Yeah.
You also need a study partner. Have somebody that you can study with, even if it's a group of 4 or 5 people. Be part of a group that you are speaking one language, one voice, and that is to be successful. Make sure that you are visible as much as possible on LinkedIn. Make sure you make the right noises on LinkedIn. Make sure you knock on the right doors on LinkedIn. Which are the right doors, Jennifer, you're going to ask me? Make sure that you are reaching out to Salesforce professionals all over the world. Don't just limit to the Salesforce professionals in your community, but go beyond. And when you need to knock on those doors, do not hesitate. Knock. Whether you're ghosted, it's okay. Whether they respond negatively, it's okay. But you don't lose anything by trying.
Yeah.
Make sure that you also engage with people on LinkedIn. What are you doing? You are putting your name in their mind. in the event that there are opportunities that come up, they are going to remember you. And
Yeah.
make sure that you document the interesting things about your Salesforce journey on LinkedIn, because those people that we want, those potential employers are on LinkedIn. So if you are showing what you are capable of doing on the Salesforce platform, they are going to see those posts, and it will make them have an interest in you as an individual.
Yeah.
Make LinkedIn your personal diary, your Salesforce diary. So I think I've said a lot now.
Yeah.
Good luck in your journeys. I wish you the best. Connect with me, connect with other Salesforce professionals, and we will surely be happy to assist you as always.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jennifer. This has really been a very insightful conversation.